Everybody, Chad from Colorado Giants. Today is Saturday, June 15th, the day before Father's Day. All you fathers out there, happy Father's Day. The time has come to take out the pruners and trim a few plants. There's two obvious choices. I'm going to be pruning or culling these two plants a little sooner than I wanted to, but because the plants are starting to take off and the secondary vines are growing out laterally, I need to get rid of their neighbor plant so that the primary plant now has room to grow. The two plants over back in the back, those ones are still figuring life out, so we'll get to those later. So on my right hand side is the 1911 Urena. That one you can see is nice. It's full. It's probably about 4 to 5 feet long, probably closer to 4. And then the 1985 Baron. It's got some real weird stuff going on with these leaves. I'm not really sure what this is all about. And this is the one that really I wanted this one to win. I also wanted the 1911 to win, but if I'm being honest, I was kind of pulling for the 1985 because this is the plant that went 20% heavy, but it did not win, so it's got to go. So the time has come. Snippy. Making sure that nothing is attached. And there we go. We can then kind of look at this plant a little bit. And yeah, so it's starting to root in at the bottom, so down behind the stump you can see the roots were shooting out. And it did, it finally started to vine and we got a vine going, but you can just see up here like all this weird growth. It's strange and weird and unusual. So yeah, that's a bummer. I really liked this one.
Do you know what caused all that weird growth? Any ideas?
I think that because these plants are so, basically inbred, I think that in the beginning they start to they freak out a little bit and they have to get into a routine of knowing what they are and just kind of figuring it out. And then you can see too, like this leaf was going underneath. Like I should have taken this leaf off in the beginning so that the vine could have laid flat down, and this secondary vine was kind of underneath. So some obvious signs of my neglect didn't help it. But then again, I kind of thought that this one wasn't going to cut the mustard, so I did neglect it. That 1911 looked real good. So now I need to get rid of these weeds. I'll put the other walking board on the other side, and then I'll start to bury the vines. And now for the bigger one. So these are the 1984 Baron plants. The one on the left, I think, is the obvious choice. You can see up there that it's growing more. It has a few pumpkins on it already. The secondary vines are definitely starting to eclipse the main vine, so it's time for this one to go. I would say these are at least 6 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, at least 6 feet. And try not to step on the soil too much. And you never yank this out. Like, I'm not yanking these out because I don't want to disturb the root zone. So that's why I'm just snipping it, because if I were to rip this out, I'd be ripping out some of the roots from this plant. So you definitely don't want to do that. And that one's done growing.
Does it make you sad?
It does. If I'm being honest, there's a little bit of like, I hope I made the right choice. And there we go. And while I'm right here, like this leaf doesn't look good, so I'm just going to take a minute. I'm going to snip off these leaves that are looking not up to snuff. Pull this bindweed off. And there we go. I'll drag this over. We can have a look at it. But yeah, that's the secondary vines were tied up in this one, so it was definitely time. So let's take a gander. So yeah, that's why it's important to bury your roots. You can see this is where the vine at each leaf node, this little white spot, this is where the taproot will come out. So, you know, not very good contact with the ground, but right down here where it was in good contact with the ground, there's a little root coming out. So that's why we bury right here, so that those roots fire off and we get more roots. More roots are more straws. More straws mean you can suck up more water. More water means a bigger plant. Bigger plant means a bigger pumpkin. And that is that. And then the secondary vines, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We won't count that one. We'll call it 8 real good secondary vines on this. Had started, but it's done growing now. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this quick update. If you have more than one pumpkin plant going, the time to pick your pony is upon you. It's getting close. So make those considerations. Choose wisely. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time.